6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis, and it's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Leading our visitors, Nick Sirianni, offensive coordinator with the Colts for a 3-year stretch prior to winning his Super Bowl with the Eagles. These guys making a statement last week, completely dismantling the opposition in that blowout win. Along the opposing sideline, the head coach of the Colts. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt in the booth with you. It is Jake Elliott who's going to get us started. And here we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Have him gain about a handful there. Zach Bond with the tackle.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and it's good for an Indianapolis first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw, here's Love. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Ready? On first and 10, here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Love from the gun. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
Check twice.
Brings up third down.
Set. Yellow. Set.
They'll air it out on third. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard
Here we go.
line.
Go. 60 reps. 60 reps. Ready?
Love now off the play action. That one complete to Hooper. And he's going to be hit, set out after about a gain of 1 2 yards there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. Trusty tight end.
And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go now. Ready?
Once more, it's Love. Short pass brought in. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into these short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevating his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Saquon Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Has it in close. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Silver.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Barkley gets it on third down. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
He finds him beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
63.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. Finding Flowers. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that. You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, denies the first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, found the end zone as a result.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Head coach Nick Sirianni readying the Eagles for their next series. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready, go. 60.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
I know that jet sweep didn't result in a home run, a splash play, Kate. That's a body blow. In boxers, they love to go to the body because if they do it enough, they know that knockout can come.
Set.
A tight end in motion now. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Drill, 52. 33, yellow. Check.
Love out of the shotgun. Brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
From the pistol, Henry. By man, he's in the clear. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we cut.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
Red, 38. Ready?
Flying down the middle of Henry. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
On the ready?
3rd and 8.
Let's go now. Set.
To the air on 3rd and long. Throw right side finds Pittman. Keeps away from one. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this.
Set. Hut.
Working inside the red zone. Once more into the hands of Pittman. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Set. Hut.
Out of the gun, Henry. Getting 3 yards, and they're just inches away on third down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
On the sneak, it's long. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Colts take a second quarter lead. Jordan Love, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. That one right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Then lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Hurts setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Into the red zone. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Check pitch.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Check one.
Shotgun now for Love. Pass pulled in by Henry. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on, set.
Love. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. He's got it, complete to Downs. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Set cut. 52 blue.
Loves to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Down. Red. 38. Set. Go. Set.
Stick it in the air. Love. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready. Catch. Punt.
Get to Henry on the inside handoff. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Blake Groupie on to attempt a field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Groupie sends it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Got it on the ground here with Barkley. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Now Hurts. He finds Dotson left side. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Eagles, 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now it's 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. On the move, headed right. That's low and bounces short of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Throws caught. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts throwing again. Down to the 10. It's off to Barkley, complete. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off the first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Opposite.
At 2:01 on the clock, this is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Smith red. 45. White.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. It's the Colts, who have 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Here's a give for Henry. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
By Jordan Davis. A loss of 2 brings up
3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Colts, 1st down.
Thrown on 1st down. Love makes the catch. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Smith red.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
He's got it over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Check white.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
That's another Colts, 1st down.
Love out of the shotgun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Go.
Love looking to pass. Setting up the running back screen. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Back at the 15-yard line.
Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd.
Come on. Set.
3rd and long. Here's Love. Complete over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play, and it's going to be a field goal try. Groupie sends it through, and that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. He's going deep this time. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Elliott connects there, and that'll push their lead to 4. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports half. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play good for 17 on a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down, Philadelphia.
Going to the ground again on first. And the ball's going to remain in midfield as he is stopped at the line. No gain. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. Brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
What a great sign to start the second half with this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. And after the play, one of the Colts still out there injured. We get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Shipley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
Colts 20. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Head coach Nick Sirianni readying the Eagles for their next series. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun now for Love. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Quick throw out wide by Love. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. Hut, hut. Black, 95. Check.
Going with King Henry here. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. So we'll take a pause for the injury, and that looks like Derrick Henry, who's in need of some assistance out there. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. All the left side. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
He's got it. Complete to Downs. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts start the 2nd half with some needed points. Here's Love up to the line. 2-point attempts coming.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point.
Right, they're going to throw for it. It's caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. All set now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
Hurts. Connects on the crosser. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Hurts to throw. Has it down close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. He rocks that tackler. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Here we ready.
Slot man motioned over.
60 red.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Check.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Back to the well again. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. Ooh, he winds up going backwards on that return, and that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
It was Barkley on 1st down. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. It's running the offense at max speed here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Barkley again here on 2nd. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Finds a man, right side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open.
Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season, and they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there. He's going to put it back in play. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue, 32.
Love out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Over the air with Love. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough 1st step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 50-yard line.
Blue, check. Set, hut.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Throw is caught. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
That finds Pittman complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Black, 95. Set.
Love now on 1st and 10. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference.
Oh, here we go.
Running it after the penalty. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
At the 28-yard line.
Check right.
Throwing, it's Love. Dumps it off to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete to number 33.
Gotta figure out this third down
No
here.
gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Third and long for him here. He'll make a big play on the ground. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded.
Here we go.
Force a 4th down.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's on target to Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
He has it. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him down.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, a give to Shipley. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. 1st down, ball at the 36. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Pressure coming, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
From the gun, Shipley gets it. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Another one for Shipley. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. 1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Shipley. Oh, he lost the football! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on when we recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Short pass brought in. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
It's a pickup of 6.
Shotgun now for Love. Connecting on the slant. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
7-yard gain. And the Colts
First down throw, here's Love. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Colts first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy.
First and 10
Colts
at the
got to score in a
26-yard
hurry.
line.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first
Let's
down.
go. Ready?
Stick it in the air. Love. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Throw right side finds Pittman. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
That's good for a Colts.
Looking inside the red zone. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
10 block.
Once more, it's Love. Completed over the middle. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts making a 4-point game here in the 4th. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th. So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trim it.
Hand off now to Shipley. He takes it down to the 33. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Ball at the 33 for first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, Johnson. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. Lining up to take a knee on second down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win. After one final kneel-down, partner, and this should do it. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Indy.